Good Saturday morning, everybody. It's been an interesting couple days. I know I was on here last night and talked about my Hobby Lobby stuff that I got, and that I wanted to look through see if I can find see if I can find some of my old drafting equipment. And unfortunately, I cannot. So I might have to look for at least long a long ruler. Um, that way my lines kind of stay straight. And maybe a cheap plastic T ruler. What do we used to call it? T square, I think. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've done this. But yesterday was a good day. It was mostly relaxing. It's it's one of those mornings where my brain is foggy because of allergy medication and poor sleep, basically. What I mean by poor sleep is I've been in bed for the 7, 8 hours that I sleep, and between waking up once in the middle of the night and just breathing issues, sleep is one of those, like, even though I should have gotten enough, I didn't. I don't feel like I got enough, and that's one of the other reasons why I'm yawning so much, because of the whole congestion and whatnot. It feels like I'm not getting enough oxygen either. So, yay, boo. Um, I woke up this morning and I did my usual morning routine. I went to go get my tea, and the honey that's in my little countertop squeeze jar was starting to basically congeal, which basically means the liquid aspect, the part that makes honey runny, was drying up. So I got what I could out of it into my glass, and I went to go wash out my container. And well, what was left in there was like just like clumps. Um, I guess it's where my father-in-law gets the bee shit aspect, as because it looked like golden clumps of junk. Some people might say that I could have used it in a baking recipe. Um, Other people would have just said just toss it. I basically tossed it. um, what else? Oh man. Today is Saturday. We are going to, excuse me, my eye is a little bothersome. We're going to do some projects. I need to step outside before it gets too warm, because it's supposed to get fairly warm today. And clip some saplings. Normally I wouldn't worry about them, but since they're right up against the house, I don't want them to grow too fast or too big, because it could damage the house. Now, what I would like to do, if my yard was cleared out, there's two trees in my front yard that are pretty much dead. One of them is dead. I mean, it's literally dead to the part that it kind of broke apart and fell off. The other one is getting to that point where I can see it's not growing any leaves, and the bark is starting to slowly peel off on the upper area. I need to look at my funds and see if I can find somebody who can come out and just remove the two dead trees, and maybe take the saplings and transplant them to the front yard so they can grow. I don't think I have the money for that, but it's something I'm going to look into. Um, Sorry, my hands are a little stiff, and I don't know if that's arthritis, barometric pressure, or just the way I slept on them. Um, so we're gonna try to do. I don't think we're gonna film it. We're going to try to spruce up the bedroom a little bit, change the closet around a little bit. I need to clean up and fix up my nightstand and my dresser. And if Jay and I do what I'm thinking about trying to do, is we're going to switch sides. No, that does not mean we're going to flip the um, mattress around. We're just going to switch sides because we've determined that with this particular mattress, how old it is, in order to basically for us to be comfortable, it doesn't matter if we rotate the mattress or whatnot. It's actually switching sides. The only downside to that is the closet factor, but we'll figure it out. The other thing we had talked about doing this weekend, which I don't know if we're going to get to it, but we had talked about um, it's that time of the year to switch out crafting projects. So it's either going to be it's going to be either this weekend or next week. Probably this weekend because I think next week. Oh, excuse me, folks. Sorry, my head's everywhere and I'm trying to. It's getting down to crunch time, basically. What I mean by that is I gotta look at my schedule, I gotta look at my calendar and whatnot to see how far we are from being the weekend of the 6th because that weekend, oops, too far, Jim, too far. We're going up to Ohio. So, and I don't know if it's this weekend or next weekend. No, it's gotta be. So I got a week. Is it a week? Oh yeah. So the weekend of the 6th, we go back to our regular schedule, which basically means I'll work Sunday, but I'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. And then go back to working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But this coming weekend, basically the first weekend of June, we're going to Ohio. So Sunday the 7th will be the only day I miss because she already said she'll do it for me. But I'll have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'll have the 5 days off anyhow, except for Sunday. So, yeah, we gotta sit down and buckle up and start planning for when we're gonna depart. We're gonna depart Friday morning, which means gotta get clothes. I'm not gonna run that through. Well, heck with it. Gotta get the wash done, suitcases from the attic, decide what we're packing up, and yeah, okay, not a problem. But anyhow, yay! Time flies when you're having fun. But I don't know about Ohio, but I know here in the state of Missouri, we're still under a state of emergency until the 14th of June, which is rapidly approaching, thankfully. Not that I care, because I mean, the whole wearing the mask situation, it doesn't bother me. Everybody else is complaining, but I'm like, really? It's beneficial for me in two different ways. One, it helps me not have to worry about what allergens I might be breathing in when people are coming in and out of the door that I stand 5 feet away from when I'm at the register. So it's beneficial. It's benefiting that I'm not breathing in as much allergens as I would normally, and the whole, you know, trying to protect from either breathing in or if I've got COVID and don't know about it because I don't know. I won't know until either they rush me to the hospital or I conk out. Um, Not saying I want to, but it protects both me and the customers from whatever possible contaminants we're breathing in and out. Excuse me. Allergy eye, literally dry, irritated eye. Um, so those things are starting to slowly go back to normal. Um, Normal. Oh, I know you guys probably don't really care about this, but I have there are two teeth back here that I had crowns put on, and at least I think they're either crowns or caps. I can't remember. Caps. Crowns cover the whole tooth. Cap just covers the top part. But anyhow, I had two back teeth back here that they weren't that bad, but they were bad enough that my dentist back in New York said, let's put a cap in there. Well, I had two up here, one down here, and I still got one up here. But I had four different caps. Now, this one down here, I forgot what exactly caused it to break, but the tooth broke and the crown came out, which was kind of fun because when it happened, I was chewing on a piece of food, and I think the piece of food is what dislodged it or broke it. But I was like, there's something very crunchy and pointy in my mouth. And I pulled it out, and it was a cap. And I didn't know how these things worked. Well, I knew that the dentist drilled a hole in each tooth and put this thing in and told me to bite down and whatnot. Well, I pulled the crown or the cap off, and here's in my hand a piece of ceramic or whatever it is with a metal spike. That metal spike was in my tooth. That's what he drilled the hole for. And I just went, oh great, I've got at least three more of these in my mouth. And then this one broke off. And this one that's still here is now like spinning in place. Like the enamel part is spinning on the metal piece. And see, one of the things that the dentist had told me long, long ago before New York, when I was much younger, before my teeth started basically deteriorating, and it wasn't even rot. It was just natural, slow deterioration due to the factor that genetically I have um, poor or weak enamel or natural enamel of my tooth. Um, it's like the same material that your fingernails made out of, but just thicker, denser. Um, Keratin or whatever it is. I can't remember what it was called. And even though I tried to take care of my teeth, which I, I, I have a problem because of my, even when I was a younger kid before the whole German chocolate snafu scenario, whatever you want to call it, my gums have always been very sensitive. So anytime I try to brush my gums, even at a young age, they would bleed. Um, Now, a lot of doctors say that it's a rarity, it's a genetic rarity. So there's nothing I can do about it. No matter how good care I did on my teeth, um, I would still have this problem. Well, this one and this one is out. This one is loose. This one up here is still good. And I'm wondering if, because of the factor, the reason why these three are basically either coming out or already out is because I chew most of my food on my left side. Don't know why. I don't know if it's a sensitivity issue on my right side or what it is, but yeah, my teeth are getting worse. I think my lawn care guy is here because I hear a weed whacker. Anyhow, um, yeah, these four walls around me are kind of thin, and I think Jerry-Ann's got the house open up, which if she does, we might have to close it until the smell goes down, or I'm just gonna wear my mask and look weird. I'll wear my mask. I like weird. Weird is good for me. If you can't tell, weird is good for me. I like weird. I am a weird person. I accept that. Um, so these are some of the events that's been happening to me in the last, well, the tooth issue has been going on for most of my life, but this is the 24-hour what's been going on. When did I do my last video? I think my last video went up almost 14, 15 hours ago, but that's beside the point. See, I did today's events. 24-hour update. Sorry, I'm just going over my head what I've already talked about because I don't want to repeat myself. Or do I? Maybe it's Groundhog's Day and that's what I'm supposed to be doing, repeating myself. I don't know. But anyhow, this morning's little Bible read, which kind of struck me as not really funny, but as in, yeah, I've been there. The title of this little today's little study was called "Stuck in the Mud." Psalms 41, 1 through 5. And for those of you who are curious, I use what's called a Quest Bible, the Men's Quest Bible. It's actually is it NIV or American Standard? Most of my Bibles are NIV. So it's probably an NIV Bible, but that's beside the point. Anyhow, the author goes to talk about how they got stuck in the mud because they moved their car off the side of the road while they were at a parent or family member's gravesite. And then it goes to basically he gives a story of what happened, and I'm not going to read the whole thing. I have trouble reading out loud. Sorry, but anyhow, it's one of the reasons why I'll never make a good minister. Trying to read something like the Bible out loud is somewhat difficult. But anyhow, the author goes to talk about how in Psalms 40, where David cries out, "I waited patiently for the Lord to help me, and He heard my cry. He lifted me out of the pit of despair and out of the mud and mire." So basically, and Psalms is a very good book because of the not only because of the a lot of music has come from Psalms, but Psalms literally talks about how life can be not only just uplifting and amazing and whatnot, but it also talks about how life can get you down, but with outcry. Well, I guess it should get outcries and prayer and praises to God. We can be lifted out of our muddy days. Thankfully, Thankfully, my days have not been as marred or muddied as they were about a week ago. Sorry, my eye is really itchy. And I don't know if this is subconscious because I know the lawn guy is here or if there's actual particles floating into this room, which I wouldn't doubt because there's a gap underneath my door. There, the vents. I've noticed that certain pollutants and whatnot that's unfortunately in this house. And I'm not complaining about mom smoking and whatnot. I just am making a note or a comment about the fact that when mom's part of the house is heavy with her smoking and whatnot, it tends to float up and through the ventilation of the house. So, yeah. Excuse me. Oh, I'm hoping tonight, but if not tonight, definitely tomorrow. Because I basically said I told Jerry Ann that I wanted to do a cook with me video this weekend, and I'm thinking that tonight's dinner will be schnitzel, which means I will record it, how I cook it and whatnot. I don't have any brats. That's why I'm not doing the brat dish. That in fact, if I were to make the brat dish, I would have to cook. Because I don't remember. I have to talk to mom. I don't think mom likes the brats cooked with the sauerkraut and potatoes. So I'll have to make two separate cans of potatoes, one for her, one for us, and then the potatoes will be cooked with the brats and the sauerkraut when I go to do that. Probably, I don't know when, because next weekend will be our trip, which I don't know. Maybe I'll record some, maybe I won't. I don't know. I'll definitely take pictures if I can, because Amish country, they don't exactly like their pictures being taken, which I will respect. I'm looking more for the building and stuff like that, not the people. But anyhow, going to end this video and start my day with breakfast, and then a little relaxing for my breakfast to settle, and yeah, see what happens. Very good cup of tea this morning. Hey, that's what I'll entitle this. Tea with me. Um, Anyhow, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them in, excuse me, in the comment box. Oh, final note. I don't know if you guys have been keeping track. This is week 1, and the tuft repair out of the bottom is starting to get bigger, which basically means when it gets a little bit longer, I can put more than one bead. One person did say that they caught sight of my tail in the back, or my tail in the back. That's also starting to get longer, which I'm happy. Excuse me. But anyhow, if you're new to my channel and you enjoy the wackiness or the conversation or whatnot, and you want to see more, tap that bell. It will, YouTube will notify you when I put in more video content. So until next time, have a good day. Enjoy. God bless. Bye.